It's been obviously very quiet the past couple of weeks, but climatologically, on average, the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season is taken to be September 10th. Now, every season is different. Just last year is a great example of a year where it was extremely busy early. We had Hurricane Beryl, the earliest Category 5 on record. We had a couple other hurricanes through mid-August, and then went through this really pronounced 5-week lull. We had very little activity, and then the super busy end to the season with two extremely damaging hurricanes in Helene and Milton.
Is there a reason for the quiet season that we've had so far?
Yeah, so, it's been interesting. So normally, when you have low levels of vertical wind shear, which is the change in wind speed and direction with height in the atmosphere, that tends to be associated with busier hurricane seasons. We had very low levels of vertical wind shear throughout the month of August. And we did have a Category 5 hurricane, Hurricane Erin, but then since then it's gotten very quiet. So right now we have a fair amount of shear. And there's quite a bit of dry air. It's very stable in the tropical Atlantic right now. If you just go and look at a satellite image of the tropical Atlantic, say from 10 degrees north to 20 degrees north, where most of the hurricanes typically develop, there's hardly any clouds there. It's very, very dry and stable. Now, there are some indications that things may be getting more unstable and that the shear will start to drop here in the next week or two. There are some model indications we may start getting some storms forming here in the next few days, but obviously right now, things are very quiet out there.
This time of year, are we going to tend to see storms form in certain places, impact certain places compared to the first half of the season?
So in September, we tend to really kind of focus on what's going on off of Africa. Not to say we can't get storms forming in other places. Certainly we can get storms forming in the Gulf or in the Caribbean. But as you shift later in the season, our attention does tend to shift more towards the Western Atlantic, especially the Caribbean. Right now, we're obviously paying close attention to what's going on in the open Atlantic. And then as we get later in the season, you always say we'll see what's going on in the Gulf and the Caribbean. We tend to shift more towards the Western Atlantic as we move ahead more towards October.